Hi, and welcome back to CMG Aerospace Trading Channel. This is episode 33rd week on FX weekly market forecast. Right. So, in fact, for the records, last week or the recent week was a very profitable week, right? And if you were or you have been on this channel, especially if you took last week's analysis very serious, then I think you should have some bucks, some some in fact some dollars in your account, or probably either pass your faces in the pro firm, or you have some running profits in your what your account, right? It's a cut across stock indices. In fact, even on gold, on JPY and DXY, right? Even though I don't do analysis on um, stock indices, I did put some setups, some entries, yes, in the telecom channel. So those who have been saying should follow on our Telegram channel where we give you live updates, giving you a confirmation, actually confirming whatever analysis we did in the beginning of the week. I told you, right? So if you have been in the Telegram channel, then you would have enjoyed, especially in fact on the YouTube. I think I did put some the stock in this signals there, right? I did that on I don't know. I think I remember I did it on YouTube, and then on our Telegram channel I put all the signals there, but only the stock indices on the YouTube channel. So if you traded it, you should profitable. Else, there's nothing I can do much. I can force you to the riverside, but I can't actually force you to drink it. It's based on whatever you see on this channel, right? So let's not delay and waste time here. Um, so we will have a recap, right? I wouldn't even delay because it was profitable then. I don't need to talk much here. So uh in fact the week last week's week began from around here. You see the 32nd week here. We began here and we said we were going to expect the market to rally, go up. This is the initial thing. You see this a vertical arrow up, right? So I was expecting that in this rectangular shape, market should just rally, break this boundary, and then start rallying up. But I told you not to be too fast about that. That if that will happen, then we will have to need a higher volume, right? I told you one of the characteristics that you have to check for breakout and fake out. If there's lack of volume, there's going to be a fake out. Else we are going to break and then move up. So I told you if volume is enough, we're going to break out. Else we will have to come back for a retest around this area before deciding to go up. So lo and behold, that happened exactly. Exactly. The exact thing happened. So after hitting here, right, market started rallying up, right? So I told you there's one thing for analysis and then one thing for deployment. Actually, you doing analysis and actually entering the positions. You can be successful in your analysis, in your technical analysis, whatever, but not be profitable in your trading because one thing that I have to take note is entry and exit what levels. It's very important. So you can be analysis, but not a good trader. So I told you when this things happens, I come inside the Telegram channel and then I give you information where to enter, where to exit. So I was actually guiding on those people there, even though it was free there. I did that. So that was what happened. So you could be profitable to this level, and if you are not a swing trader, then you will be profitable. But if you're a swing trader and maybe you decided to stay in too long, then all your profit will come back to the entry. So sorry if that happened in your case. So that is it. So market moved to this place, and then it has started coming back to the same level. Right. So moving forward to the 33rd week, right? Um, actually, the last week's analysis that I did was just a brief rally up of the price that I was expecting, right? So I was thinking when prices around that area, we are going to break out and then move and then going up. That's a change of character, right? So that was what I was expecting, right? So it moved as we said, but it couldn't maintain, and then it has come back to this level. So let me just start cleaning things out, and then let's begin with the 33rd week analysis, right? Excuse me. What is happening to my keyboard? Oh, yeah. So now, um, market has come back to this level. But bear in mind, I told you the rallying up that I was expecting was just a brief thing that I was expecting. So we moved to higher time frame. We know we in analysis there's one key strategy that I have to know, which is top down analysis, checking it from a higher time frame, looking for a confluence in the lower time frames, right? So once price moved up and has come back to this level, then I think there's something called change of character or change of structure that I'm going to see here. So let's continue going to the higher time frame. Then I'll come back to this 4 hour time frame. We are looking for confluences, agreements, right? So let's move back higher up to the weekly time frame, right? So let me just try and make things pleasing here, right? If you remember, right, last week or last 2 weeks, I told you we have moved up to this level, right? And then we are coming back. So generally, we are experiencing a downtrend, right? You heard me right. We are experiencing a downtrend. But I told you, market does not move in a linear sense, in the straight line. For that matter, even if it is dipping, plummeting, it's not going to be straight, taking 1 week or just a short moment to achieve that. There will be pullback, a breathing, and then sometimes market doing misbehaving, that kind of thing. But generally, market is going to what? Continue dipping. That is how market moves, right? So that's last week's experience or the running up that I was expecting was just for a brief thing, but I didn't have time to explain things because the analysis is just based on within a week, right? So I do my analysis within the week. This is the expectation that I need within the week. But if you look at the higher time frame, right, this chart that you are seeing is a weekly time frame, meaning one candlestick is a week, right? So taking the general candlesticks, it means that this is taking like more than 1 month, right? So generally, within a month or maybe 2 months, we are generally experiencing a downtrend or plummeting what market. So that was what happened. So let me show you something. You see this candlestick that you see here, it looks like a hammer, right? So the rallying up was just a matter of allowing the market to breathe, not moving in that straight line. So that was what we experiencing like last 2 weeks, right? And then the last week we move up a bit and then we came back again. So you see this is what is happening. So generally we are still in a downtrend. So that is what I wanted to show you, right? So generally we are experiencing what a downtrend. So on this weekly time frame, if not for anything, I'm expecting price to move to around this area, right? But it doesn't mean it's going to take that 1 week or 2 weeks to get to this area. It may take 3 weeks or even, in fact, 1 week. Market has a tendency of moving at any pace. All it needs is a liquidity and then volatility or volume, right? So that is what we are expecting. So generally, right, I'm expecting a downtrend or a plummeting market, a dipping market. That is what I'm expecting because price has moved back to that area and has come back to the same level, right? So that is it. You can see bearish candlesticks forming here, very, very strong, right? So either here, right, and then move up a bit or even form Tuesday's bottom or Tuesday's top. In fact, Tuesday's bottom candlesticks forming there, and then it will continue coming down. All this is what I'm saying is what a forecast, right? So that's what I'm expecting, either to this area or down here, and then we decide again. Either we are going to break this level, right, and then continue dipping, right? But generally, for the record, we are in what a downtrend. We are experiencing what a weak market, right? So that is what we see here. That's the weekly. Now let's move to the daily, and then looking for a confluence on that, right? So if you check here on the daily time frame, is the top down analysis thing that we are doing. So look at this. So on the daily time frame, very, very clear, like a crystal. You can see that generally we are experiencing a dip, right? So see what happened last week. Market formed this bullish candle, and then last week's, the recent week, see what happened again. Market has come back to this level, right? And we are still around the support level. And this support level, I doubt it to be able to what support it, because this Sunday, market will form again, either move about up a bit to this level and come back, right? Or you can even start opening here and come straight down to this level, and then we will see how market will decide again, right? So let me show you something here. I'm actually expecting market to get to this level, right? Right. I'm expecting market or price to move to this level. Then we'll see with the way forward. But this may actually take a longer period than I may be expecting it. But in trading, you have to be very patient, right? So this is the forecast. So in the course of the week, I will be looking at some factors of confluence to check if this is actually going to happen or continue, or whatever I said is true, right? So that is not a final thing. This is a provisional thing, right? So that's what I'm expecting prior to move to this level, and see if more volume will be added, liquidity, whatever, and then we decide again. So you can see that on the weekly time frame, right? There's a confluence or there's an agreement between the weekly time frame and then the daily time frame, right? Notwithstanding, market can open again and still be playing around this place, right? It can play around this week, this place, because on Mondays and Tuesday probably market does not move that strong. Whatever I'm doing here is purely technical analysis. I have not checked the fundamentals. So in the course of the week, that is where we use the fundamentals to be checking the confluence, and then if you have to exit and then wait for another entry, higher probability setup. So that is what we do, right? So the important thing of trading is your ability to what? To be patient. So whatever you have done, you look forward confluence to check if whatever you said is going to happen the same way. Checking things, and then you see there's a lot that you have learned in this industry. So it's just a matter of a build up, and then be what? Be experimenting. So that is what we do here. Now let's finally move to where we trade, right? On the 4 hour time frame. I told you that I used to trade 1 hour. And I realized 1 hour was not. In fact, in trading, you have to test everything. You have to try everything until you find your niche. So I used to trade 30. With time, I jumped to 1 hour, and then now, recently or currently, I am trading on 4 hour time frame. So that is why my analysis is based on from the 1 week, the 1 day, and the down to what 4 hour. Sometimes I checked the 1 hour also, just to come back to trade a 4 hour time frame. That is it. So if you're on this channel, this is what you have to take note. So here also, now, because we trade 4 hour time frame, right? Whatever I've said, in order to enter a trade or give you a signal, will be dependent on the fact that if price actually gets to this level, right? A minute. If price um, get to this level and breaks it, then I'll give you a signal. So until price breaks here, I am not going to give you any signal. So I'm also going to keep checking and see the kind of candlestick pattern that's going to form there. We have learned something about candlestick patterns and then a charts. We have candlestick patterns and a candlestick chart. There's a difference between the two, but they work hand in hand in order to come out with a decision to enter or to exit, right? So here, even though we have done the analysis, this may not happen readily, right? As we expecting the price to continue selling, it may not happen readily. There may be a delay, volume, you know all that. So there may be a delay. Whilst these things keep happening, I'll be looking at the candlesticks charts or the patterns forming here to decide, okay, whatever I said is going to happen or that is not going to happen. So I'll still be looking at the market structure, the character, two different things here. Maybe you understand them later. When this thing happens, that is it. If it breaks below, then I have the green light to actually ascertain that, okay, this is going to happen. So that is what I'm going to draw here. So I'll be checking this from time to time. If you want to follow up, it's better you join the Telegram channel. The link is in this video description. So that is it. Okay, so let's move to what is it? JPY, right? Forgive me, since my machine is a bit slow. I don't like this. Right. So JPY, good. So JPY also, I told you last week I was a bit skeptic about this, and I didn't really know. But I told you, for me to draw this line, this rectangular box, it means that price will break below. But it actually took longer than I was expecting. I was becoming impatient. Not impatient as in I wanted to enter market fast, but I wanted it to be done away with. But it didn't happen as fast as I needed it. It actually took time. So if you took trade on this, profitable. Just that I didn't give signal on this. It doesn't mean I didn't trade it. So it broke below. That was nice. But it didn't take time. It started coming back again. So that was it. So the initial setup was also okay here. Just that I didn't give it signal. So moving forward on to the 33rd week, we are just around this place, right? Price has finally broken below, but it has come back, almost getting back to this rectangular box, right? And then once again, the prices are around the moving average, right? Very indecisive here. But I still have a bias that markets will continue down, right? Will continue down, but it may not be as fast as we may need it. Probably, right? It can move back to here, this area, and then come back again. So bear in mind. So there's something we call a fair value gap. So this kind of look like a fair value gap. So if it taps into it, I will still be checking the candlestick pattern forming around this place. If it gives me the hope or the signal that yes, we are going to come back selling, that will be massive on this. Else, stay tuned for this. Right. So I think that is it. On gold, I'm not going to go there. We are profitable on it too. I think the first entry, I think we consume a sell, and then I asked you to enter again. Just that I didn't give you the entries. Sometimes you have to be what you decide yourself. I'll just give you the go ahead that maybe sell or buy, but the entries or the limit or streams will be dependent on you. You understand? So we also were profitable there, and then profitable on stock indices, right? So I wouldn't. I have nothing more to say. So let's keep watching the Telegram channel, and then on other social media platforms for the updates. Right. So I'll remind you also that we provide Binance trading series, right? Besides the structured FX lessons that we provide on this channel for beginners and intermediates, and then we provide financial trading, right? So just check in this video description or this channel for all the information that you need, and it will help you. So just stay tuned, and then see you in the next video. We will say bye for now. Ciao.